Hey guys, welcome back to Loop Hub. Today we'll talk about the grossest and most disgusting moments on Dr. Pimple Popper. Let's head into it. Number 4. Blackheads. In the video, Dr. Lee uses a long needle-like object to poke a hole in the center of the blackhead, then switches over to her trusty comb-down extractor to complete the extraction, a tool that helps remove blackheads more safely and delicately than squeezing them. Blackheads, it may seem obvious to point out, are extremely common and tend to form when a pore becomes clogged with sebum and dead skin cells. Thankfully, they're also simple to treat and prevent without seeing a dermatologist. For one thing, resist the urge to squeeze them. That could just cause even more to spring up. Doctors recommend you try exfoliating with a gentle cleanser containing salicylic acid. One of these expert-approved picks will help put you on a path to clearer skin. One of the many things we love about Dr. Pimple Popper is her deep repository of pimple-related puns. Take for example the short walk of genius she slapped on her latest Instagram video. Number 3. Bulging Armpit. I don't know much about sports, but I can still appreciate the significance of this patient comparing his visit to Dr. Sandra Lee to attending the Super Bowl. In this exclusive sneak peek at the next episode of Dr. Pimple Popper, a man named Matt drives 3,200 miles from Pennsylvania to California to meet with the dermatologist and TLC star about a mysterious bulging growth in his armpit region. Matt's eager to talk about removing the mass, not just because it's physically obstructive, but also it's affecting his self-esteem. It's been so long since I've had any confidence in myself, he says. I don't know what that's like anymore, so this is going to be basically a whole new world. Matt, his companion, and Dr. Lee meet in a socially distant outdoor setting where he lifts up his shirt to show the doctor what's going on. It isn't long before Dr. Lee, queen of identifying unusual jiggly growths, has a theory about Matt's affliction. It's a returning lipoma, or lipoma part 2, revenge of the lipoma. According to Matt's chart, he has a lipoma that was removed in the exact spot, so this could be the lipoma growing back. Dr. Lee explains to the camera, as always, because her souls crave drama, the stakes are high. Dr. Lee says she's nervous to do any sort of work in the branchial plexus region, which is full of nerves and the blood vessels running between the heart and the hands. You don't want to disturb the brachial plexus, she warns. Number 2. Millium cyst. I got my mind on a millium, and a millium on my mind. In a new Instagram video posted Thursday, Dr. Pimple Popper treats a patient with a juicy millium cyst next to his eye. But what is a millium cyst? According to Healthline, a millium cyst is a small, white bump that forms when keratin, the protein found in our hair and nails, gets trapped beneath the skin. They often appear in groups, and tend to be found on the nose and cheeks. In the video, Lee pokes into the millium cyst with a metal tool, and then squeezes out the white gunk inside. The millium cyst certainly isn't the biggest thing we've seen Lee pop, but we gotta say, it does pack a surprising amount of white goo. Under my breath I whisper, yes, 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 with every squeeze. One commenter wrote, something wrong with me. Number 1. Inflamed nose. Many people with body insecurities try their best to hide the lingering concern, but when that insecurity is smack dab in the middle of your face, concealing isn't really an option. That's the exact situation Steven is in. Aside from wearing his pandemic essential face mask, Steven always has his biggest insecurity on display, his inflamed red and bulbous nose. In an exclusive teaser for the newest episode of Dr. Pimple Popper on Discovery Plus, the dermatologist has a socially distanced meeting with Steven to talk about his unfortunate case of rhinophyma. The condition causes Steven to have an enlarged nose, which he's lived with for the past decade. Over the past few years, however, the condition has gotten worse. Rhinophyma is associated with rosacea. It's sort of a form of rosacea, Dr. Lee tells Steven, but it typically happens in the nose, and you get a thickening of the skin and it's really oily. Besides being cosmetically undesirable for some patients, severe rhinophyma can also block the nasal passages, making breathing difficult. Contrary to myth, rhinophyma is not caused by alcohol use and abuse, which Dr. Lee commented on a previous video. While alcohol can certainly exacerbate the condition, so can other trigger factors such as sun exposure, stress, exercise, spicy foods, caffeine, to name a few. Though Dr. Lee can try to remove the rhinophyma and reshape the nose, the famed derm is concerned that Steven's rosacea is still alive. I'm going to try to treat Steven's rhinophyma using my surgical electrocautery tool to really shave this down and resculpt his nose. But in Steven's case, I'm also looking at his active rosacea and making sure that whatever I do doesn't exacerbate that and also trigger more growth in his rhinophyma. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.